Hello, it is Saturday, August 20th, 2022. I'm Chris Primo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Saturday puzzle today, which means it may well be the most difficult puzzle of the week, which is slightly concerning because I thought yesterday's puzzle was fairly tricky. It's another themeless puzzle. Either way, it might be the most difficult puzzle of the week. We'll have to see. This potentially very difficult puzzle has been brought to us by Joseph Schwalbach, Overfull Hitbox, and, as always, the inestimable Hood Monster, the invaluable Timothy Mark, and the indomitable Schulmaster. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for directly supporting this channel. If you'd like to join their ranks and get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, you can find that at patreon.com/dailysolve or in the link in the description field underneath the video. And by following that link, you can also become a patron of any level. And thank you to everybody who has done so and made a contribution to supporting this channel. In return, you will get all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the Patreon channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week. And in the last couple of days, I put up the weekly Friday mini puzzle speed solve, the New York Times mini crossword speed solve, and what else did I do? I did the monthly bonus puzzle, the New York Times monthly bonus puzzles themed around National Golf Month, which I found trickier than your average monthly bonus puzzle. And those are all there. So thank you to everybody who has access to those. Oops, I just realized my window's open. I'm going to go close that to reduce some of the noise. Okay, there we go. So let's solve the puzzle. Oh, do subscribe to the channel. I should remind you to do that. And I guess like the video, comment, all those things if you're interested in that. Anyway, it's time to solve the crossword. This is a Saturday puzzle, of course. It was constructed by Hemant Mehta, who has constructed, I think this is his third puzzle, a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. So let's start solving. Pauses in discussion. Could be ums or ers or ahs even. Not sure. Let's see if we can clarify that. Ultimate result. Ultimate result. And literary character who, alone in the ranks of mankind, was pure evil. I don't know. I sort of wish I could see either one of those immediately. I Am Blank, best-selling autobiography of 2013. I think Malala, I Am Malala. I think that's the autobiography in question. Let's see if we can get any crosses from these. Blank Van Doyen, 1990s U.S. Poet Laureate. Oh, I'm not sure about that either. Comic strip cry. I mean, it could be aha. I'm not sure what's particularly comic strip specific about that. So maybe I won't put it in just yet. Plight of the 1%. With a question mark. So the question mark suggests to me this isn't referring to the 1% in the common idiomatic sense of wealthy people, or the wealthiest 1% of people. So I'm not sure. Is it something about 1% milk, fat milk or something like that? I'm not sure. Pro pitcher. Help for a case. And Shakespeare's pretty worm of Nihilus. I'm not getting anything today. This might be as tough as yesterday. Or more difficult. Food that can help boost testosterone levels. I'm not sure about that either. Some discount offerings. Reserve group in brief. Could be some kind of army reserve or something. Moving film, question mark. So it sort of looks like it's referring to a film that is touching in an emotional sense, but the question mark makes me wonder if we read it more literally and it's about moving film in some literal sense, but I'm not sure what that means. Words before and after deal. Before and after deal. So, oh, Deal or No Deal, maybe? I think that's the name of is it a game show? Deal or No Deal, I think. And the way it's phrased, it's sort of more accurately after and before, so it's sort of misleading in that regard. But it is still technically true. They do occur before and after deal in that phrase, just not in that order. So that might be right. Hold in contempt to abhor? No, doesn't fit. This did say words, not word, right? Yes, it did. Okay. Hold in contempt. Straight up. Straight up. I mean, if you serve a drink straight up, it's not on ice and it's not diluted. I guess you could have it. Yeah. This is really getting me. Enemy organization in Marvel Comics. I have no idea. Truck part. I don't know. I just don't know. Azalée ou chrysanthème. These are flowers in French. So one of them would be a fleur, a flower in French. Something I can get at least. So that's what, azalea or chrysanthemum. What about this? Something you hope to find while rock climbing. A foothold? But that's too many letters. Something you hope to find. Oh my goodness, I do not know. Hold in contempt. I don't know why I can't see what that is. That's very frustrating. Add to the kitty. Okay, well that's a betting term. That has to do with the kind of pot of money in, I don't remember specifically what defines the kitty as opposed to, the pot or whatever else, or maybe those are synonyms, I don't remember. Anti-in, maybe? Oh, scorn, to hold in contempt, to scorn. That looks right, although this doesn't look right. So maybe the in bit is correct, but not anti. Straight up. Reserve group. Oh, maybe ROTC? This is Reserve Officer Training Corps, I think. It's a kind of army recruitment or military recruitment practice. Straight up. It's not what it looks like. This is strange looking, this TNUI. It seems to me Blank Foundation, nonprofit with a history going back to 1984. Not sure. Locale for a PIN, an ATM? Although PIN is not capitalized, so I don't know that it probably doesn't stand for personal identification number, so that's probably what I meant to think first, but it's something else. Military leader of old. Military leader of old. Demand for honesty. This could be a spoken phrase. Expression in an uncomfortable situation. These long expressions I might just skip over for now. No need to elaborate. I mean, I feel as though there's probably latitude there. Blank-eyed, naively idealistic. Naively idealistic. Default avatar on Twitter once. I think it was famously an egg. You'd refer to people as eggs if they were sort of hadn't ever changed their avatar. Something you hope to find. Oh, you find your footing. Okay, the foothold was close. Probably should have thought about that. Let's see. No need to elaborate. Not sure. It's not what it looks like. I'm still not completely certain I have all of those crosses right. Holy Trinity, question mark. So it doesn't, I don't think it's referring to the Holy Trinity in the Catholic sense, because of the question marks. There's some kind of pun going on there. Barcelona or Belfast to Boston. Well, assuming we're talking about Boston, Massachusetts, and Barcelona, Spain, and Belfast, Northern Ireland, these would be easterly. Eastern word or something? I'm not sure if that's what this is getting at here. I don't even know if I don't think Easter word is even a word. Sanskrit honorific would be Shri, I would think. Holy Trinity. Military leader of old. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll recognize it when there are more crosses. It's raised by the best. Browns, in a way. Sears or chars or could be something completely different. Faster, ASAP or stat. What hash means in chess notation? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I do know this and I just can't bring it to mind. Sunk one's teeth into. Question mark. Why is there a question mark? So you haven't literally, well, maybe it means you literally are actually sinking your teeth into it as opposed to the idiomatic sense of just getting stuck into something. But I don't know. Buddy could be pal or, well, what if it is pal? Easter, not sure. On a hard disk, say, saved maybe? Maybe this is pal. Prefix with cratic. Plutocratic? No. Theocratic, maybe? Buddy. I'm not sure. Okay, brought on board. Hired, maybe. Is it as simple as that? King Arthur's Slayer. Oh, why can't I remember this either? I don't seem to be able to remember anything today. Places for cabins. Probably ends in an S. MLB star Juan. Well, that's not helpful. Alternative to a finger poke. A psst, maybe? Places. Oh, cabins on ships. Okay, that's more straightforward than I was suspecting it would be. Not very satisfying explanation. Not very satisfying explanation. And why haven't you retort? Why haven't you? I did, maybe you'd say. Yeah, that's probably right. And provided with funds in something too, maybe? Just based on purely on the crosses here. One who's always thinking ahead. Somethingist? Ceto or something? Or Sato, maybe? Not very satisfying explanation because, oh, I said so. I said so would be an unsatisfying explanation, often disputed by children. Browns, in a way. Blank-eyed, naively idealistic. Now, what is this? Why can't I think what this is? No need to elaborate. I or it's something-ing. Holy Trinity. Oh, I'm not sure. One who's always thinking ahead. A theorist, maybe? Someone who's theorizing. Browns, in a way. That doesn't look very good. One who's always thinking ahead. Ahead. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, what do I do? How do I solve this puzzle? Expression in an uncomfortable situation. Okay, let's see. Military leader of old. What can I look? Have I not seen any clues yet? Probably. Provided with funds. This does look like it would be a 2. If these other crosses are correct, I feel it sort of has to be. Provided with funds. I provided you with funds. Something Not sure. Church initials. In 3 letters, COE, Church of England, LDS, Latter-day Saints, which is the Mormons. What else? I'm sure there are quite a few. Could be something else entirely. It couldn't be. Maybe it's not referring to a denomination. I don't know. Leave gracefully. Bow out, maybe? Disincline. Let's check the crosses on that. It's raised by the best. Bow or faster? Go, maybe? Oh, right. What this means in chess notation. Well, in 4 letters, maybe it's mate. Maybe it's checkmate. Faster. Mush, maybe? Mush. Not sure. Sunk one's teeth into. Maybe it ends with ED. Disinclined. It has a significant part in the Bible. Oh, the Red Sea, which is literally parted. Moses parts the Red Sea. So faster. So move. There we go. Disinclined. A verse. I'm disinclined to believe I'm going to solve this puzzle quickly. It's not really a verse in that case, but it's raised by in that particular example, it's raised by the best. Oh, the bar. You've raised the bar. There we go. So the best would be considered to have raised that. Leave gracefully. It does look like bow out. Why did I delete that? Can't remember. Oh, it's because I thought this was mush, maybe. Sunk one's teeth into. Oh, maybe you jawed something? Noted virtual community. Noted virtual community. Not sure what that is getting at. Sign outside a hospital room, maybe. And what Kleenexes are created for? It's a strange phrase. What Kleenexes are created for? Single use, maybe? Is that USE there? Personal use or hygiene? I'm not really sure what this is getting at. Oh, hallelujah. Drink that can be spiced or spiked. Rum? Spiced. I don't know. Can you spike a drink that's already alcoholic? I'm not really sure if that follows. Sign outside a hospital room, maybe. I feel like I want to get that. No visitors? Noted virtual community. This is definitely jawed. Maybe not. Oh, The Sims? The Sims is a game in which you sort of guide and watch a group of virtual people live their lives. So maybe that's what it is. It's a funny way to put it. Noted virtual community. Sunk one's teeth into, so sawed. So these are teeth of a saw, literally. Okay, what Kleenexes are created for? And oh, hallelujah. Okay, what is this? German pronoun. Oh, Z is a German pronoun? Sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. So Barcelona or Belfast to Boston are... This is looking less like it's going to be referring to this easterly direction thing, so maybe it's not that. Barcelona or Belfast? Is there any way they're twinned as sister cities? So maybe Boston has sister cities of Barcelona and Belfast? I mean, that seems perfectly plausible. I don't know that information, but it might be. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, God, yes, maybe? Oh, drink that can be spiced or spiked. Nog, that's better than rum. So eggnog could be and often is spiced with sort of Christmassy spices, or it could be spiked with alcohol. So here we go. One-time use. Oh, yeah, one-time use. Okay. Why didn't I think of that before? I think I said single use. Why didn't I think of one-time use? Prefix with cratic. Monocratic? Buddy. Mac? I guess that's right. Yeah. Monocratic. I mean, I guess that refers to individual personal sole rule. And then buddy is Mac. It's just one of those, hey, buddy, pal, Mac, that kind of phrase. Okay. Holy Trinity. Still not seeing what that is, but at least we have one chunk of the grid solved, although it's not giving me much elsewhere. It did give me Sister City, I suppose. Military leader of old. And add to the kitty. Toss in, maybe? Don't know if that's a sort of an official term or if that's just a casual way to refer to something. So if that were an S, it's not what it looks like. Boy, these crosses, something about these crosses that aren't looking right. It seems to me I presume this could be toss in. So what would this be? Reserve. Oh, reserve group in brief is OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Wow, that was very tough. So yeah, the ROTC probably isn't a reserve thing. I think that's actually, it's not so much, it's not recruiting people to a military reserve unit. It's recruiting people to the actual military, I guess. I'm actually not really sure how it works, to be honest with you. So maybe it would have been valid. But in any case, I think this is probably the answer. So straight up, I don't know. Why can't I see what that is? It's not what it looks like. Fool's gold is pyrite. It looks like gold, but is not in fact gold. So it's known by the name fool's gold. Food that can help boost testosterone levels. Figs? I have no idea if that's true, but I can't think of any other food that fits here. Oh, straight up is genuine, unlike fool's gold. And military leader of old is a shogun from like a shogunate in Japanese history. There we go. Okay, Holy Trinity, the Magi, right? The three wise men from the story of the birth of Jesus in the Bible. Demand for honesty is don't lie to me. And church initials me. Okay, maybe it is LDS, Latter-day Saints. That's the Mormon church. Expression in an uncomfortable situation. Something and smile, maybe? Not sure. This doesn't look... Well, no, this could be a phrase, and so that this could just be two different words. Not sure. Oh, no need to elaborate. I understand. Why wasn't that the first thing I thought? I don't understand why. That's what I don't understand, is why I didn't think of I understand. No need to elaborate. I understand. That seems so clear in retrospect. It's always frustrating when I don't see things like that right off the bat. One who's always thinking ahead. A futurist. There we go. Right. Someone their job is to try to imagine what's coming in the future. Oh, browns and aways sautés. Okay, I was on the right track with that sears, chars, that sort of thing. It was a culinary term. You sauté meats or vegetables or something. And then provided with funds. Oh, donated to. Right, okay, fair enough. Expression in an uncomfortable situation is... Here we have blank-eyed, naively... Oh, starry-eyed. You say about somebody who's naively idealistic. Oh, King Arthur's slayer, is it Mordred? That sounds familiar. Not as familiar as I expected it to. I guess it's been a very long time since I sort of, I don't know, read any King Arthur stories or was kind of thinking about that world. Expression in an uncomfortable situation. Forced smile. Oh, right. I kept thinking this was an expression meaning something you would say, something you would express in, I don't know, almost solidarity in an uncomfortable situation, but it isn't that. It's an expression you would make, in this case with your face, a forced smile. There we go. Okay, people born on the 4th of July, e.g. Well, the 4th of July is celebrated as the American Independence Day. I'm not sure what that is referring to, though. Locale for a pin. A map, you could put a pin in a map. And plight of the 1%. Pro pitcher. An ad man, someone who's a professional at pitching things, pitching products in this case. Okay, part of an oil well, maybe. Truck part. Help for a case. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, this is the asp that killed Cleopatra. Actually, now that I think about it, the pretty worm of Nilus. I didn't have that right off the top of my head, unfortunately, but I do think that's what it is, referring to the, it's I don't know, murderous, I guess. Moving film. Moving film. I don't know. Some discount offerings. Some discount offerings. Comic strip cry. So my first thought was aha. I don't really think that's particularly specific to comic strips. But you know what is specific to a particular comic strip, actually, is Ack from the comic strip Kathy, which it just popped into my head from, it's probably still going. It seems like all of those comic strips from the 80s and 90s are still somehow ticking along. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But in any case, she had a sort of generically flustered life in which she was always kind of not quite together, and she would always be yelling "ack" for that reason. Okay, moving film. Oh, some discount offering codes. Discount codes or promo codes, as they're often called in online forums, maybe. Blank Vendoin, I don't know, Mora or Mort, I'm not sure. Plight of the 1%. I don't know still. Help for a case. I guess this could be add rep. Doesn't need to be add man, I suppose. I don't know why I'm second guessing that, but given I do think it's actually equally plausible, maybe I shouldn't write either of them in. Add rep, does that help anything? Moving film. Not particularly. What about this? Truck part. A bed. Truck bed. Okay, it is add rep. Great. And part of an oil well, maybe. You have to cap an oil well, right? I think that's done when it's exhausted. You cap it off, or maybe that's just part of it normally. People born on the 4th of July, gee, I see cancers. So that was a bit of misdirection. So not only the 4th of July specifically, but around that date and whatever dates include that particular astrological sign. Okay, plight of the 1%. All right, so what? Oh, that's funny. Low battery. That's very clever. Plight of you have a 1% battery on your phone. That's your plight. That's very good. Moving film. Wrapped is this something to do with wrapping shooting on a film? Is that what that is? Help for a case. Lead or lead. I mean, I don't see what letter this could be other than an A. Because these words clearly split here. I mean, it must be wrap. I'm not sure what it is. Moving film. Something wrap. Oh, no, maybe it's like cling film, that kind of wrap in a kitchen context. I'm not sure. Embroil, to mire. You're mired in a particular problem. You're embroiled in it. Oh, I don't think I ever looked at this. Bug-eyed tune with a big red tongue. Well, wolves are often depicted with sort of big red tongues in cartoons. I don't know if that's what this is going for. Blank Foundation, nonprofit, right? Ultimate Resolve. The upshot? The upshot, the ultimate result? I spent a long time thinking the upshot meant the kind of upside of something, but it doesn't really refer to that. That's upside. Yeah, because we already have a phrase for that. The upshot is the result of something. And it took me a while to understand that distinction. Anyway. Pauses in discussion. Right, okay, so ums or us. Us doesn't look very likely here with that R, so it's probably ums, although this doesn't. Oh, right, Mr. Hyde. Right, okay, that was actually one of my thoughts when I started this. I was thinking of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, except foolishly, I was just thinking Jekyll and Hyde, and I forgot that Mr. Hyde is often referred to as Mr. Hyde. And I was just thinking Jekyll and Hyde, and because of the length of this entry, I was thinking, well, between the two of them, it would have to be Jekyll, who, of course, was the actual doctor, not his alter ego, not his evil alter ego. And so I confused the two of them due to the length of this clue, and then completely discarded that train of thought. Anyway, that's a shame. I could have gotten that right at the beginning if I had been a little cleverer. So, yes. Anyway. Oh, shrink wrap. Oh, it is what I was thinking. Shrink wrap. What? Oh, sort of. Not really. Moving film shrink wrap. No, it's not what I was thinking. Shrink wrap isn't what you use in the kitchen. It's what you use sort of professionally to wrap things. And I guess it's moving film because it you actually can use it in, you're moving house, for instance. You wrap your things in shrink wrap to keep them secure. Okay, Mona Van Doyen, maybe? Enemy organization in Marvel Comics, Hydra, perhaps? Loosh Sorted, maybe? And then TED Foundation, nonprofit with a history going back to 1984. Oh, is that TED of TED Talks fame? No idea. Maybe it is. No, got something wrong. Okay. Guess I'm not that surprised. That was a bit of a stumbling solve. Let's just run through this and see if I can figure out what's going on here. I think I'm spelling that right in French. I might have to edit this video down to come up with, so I don't waste your time. I'm going to look at this again. Oh, here it is. Plight of the 1%, low battery. How did I not? Locale for a pin, right. I just never questioned this, and I read this as low battery, even though it doesn't say that. Sorry. Okay, so locale for a pin is a mat. There we go. A pin as in wrestling. You could pin somebody on the mat, and then low battery, and there we go. All right, boy, that was a tough one. I do think that was more difficult than Friday, which is fair enough. It's supposed to be. So there we have it. Quite a lot of cleverness in this puzzle. And what were some of the good ones? Oh, reserve group in brief, OPEC. And it being, so I don't know if ROTC would be valid for this or not. Either way, it was sort of reminiscent enough of the idea of it that I found that to be quite misdirecting. Moving film, shrink wrap, that's good. Locale for a pin being mat or map is also pretty good in the sense that those are both, I think, pretty valid ways to interpret the clue, because you often see maps with pins in them for various, strategic reasons, or, I don't know, films about crime investigation, that kind of thing. Military leader of all children, right. It's raised by the best bar. That's just a nice, clever little clue. Just lots of good punning and misdirection and wordplay, and just a very difficult puzzle, I thought. So anyway, let me know how you fared with this one. Tough puzzle today. And now let's discuss a few a few clues. There were in fact no themes yesterday because it was a themeless puzzle, much like today. So let's discuss a few clues from yesterday's puzzle. Jackson Mack informs me that Gil Evans, who is referenced in yesterday's puzzle, was a jazz pianist, composer, and arranger. He is best known for his arranging and composing work with Miles Davis, who, yes, also worked with Bill Evans, the other jazz pianist who I was thinking of yesterday because the names are reminiscent. But they're two different people. ZOR95 says Niels Bohr was a legendary Danish physicist, most notable for being a leading figure in the development of quantum mechanics. He proposed that electrons and atoms possess discrete energy levels, which is integral in a huge amount of science, such as the identification of chemicals, MRI scans, and the formation of chemical bonds, as well as being the person to introduce wave-particle duality, which you may have heard of. You can get a very nice boat tour throughout Copenhagen, which lands just outside his former house. That's good. I knew some of that and definitely not all of it, and would not have been able to bring it all to mind, but thank you. And I've been to Copenhagen, but did not take that boat tour. It was a beautiful city. Killer Nuts says, after he won the Nobel Prize, the brewery next door to him installed a tap in his house. That's extremely good. Good fact. And finally, Anders Weinstein says, there was a prominent theoretical physicist named David Bohm, and Bohm is how I originally had Bohr's name spelled because I got mixed up. So that guess may have had some basis in your subconscious. It's possible. I honestly don't know. Anders continues, he is known as a developer of a deterministic, hidden variable version of quantum mechanics, which is, interestingly, diametrically opposed to the interpretation developed by Niels Bohr. While not nearly as well known as Bohr, Bohm advanced some philosophical ideas that at one time might have gotten his name known among a non-specialist audience. However, Bohm never won the Nobel Prize. Well, thank you for that reference to, that explanation of what was in my case an accidental reference to a different physicist, so thank you. And there we have it. That's it for yesterday's clues. That's it for today's puzzle. That's it for today's video as well. I'll be back tomorrow with the Sunday puzzle, which I suspect will be considerably less challenging than this one, and yet probably will take me longer because it is such a big grid, and that's how it goes on Sunday. So do come back for that. I hope you do. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.